Hey, Zach here. Let's talk about Rebel. Not just the album Rebel, but I mean the song Rebel. The last song, the seventh song on the album, the title track, the big kahuna, the reason that this whole sucker got called Rebel. Now, I am going to be as raw and real with you as I possibly can in regards to this song. I am a huge believer in transparency, being willing to be open and to be real about everything. Everything. Rebel is the song, is the epitome of that. When I first wrote Rebel, I did not think that it was going to be anything special. I did not think that it was going to be the title song of the track. I didn't think any of that at all. Rebel was a song that was written on the acoustic guitar. And again, the lyrics just kind of came from somewhere, wherever I was at the time. And when it was all said and done, I came to the realization that this needed to be the title track of the album for this reason. Rebel is a song talking about being more than normal, being more than ordinary. It was a rebellion against the status quo, not the status quo which is some government overthrow or some organization. The status quo of habit or of routine or going about our everyday life like this. It was a rebellion about being more than ordinary. In the normal things, in the simple things, in the everyday things. Just being a good human being. It's about being more than what society asks for you. About being more than what people ask of you. People ask this of you, that's okay. We go this high instead. Or they want you to go this far. They want you to carry their armor 1 mile. That's okay. We're going to carry their armor 2 miles. It's about being more than ordinary in the simple things. I wrote that song. And when I was done writing it, again, just acoustic guitar and a vocal, it was so beautiful to me and spoke so highly to me then. Like it does now, that I didn't want to put anything else on top of it. I mean, if you've heard the track, and I strongly encourage you to have a listen to it, I didn't want to polish the vocals. I didn't want to put an electric guitar in, or a drum track in, or a piano, or bass, or anything like that. I wanted it to just be a simple acoustic guitar and just a voice and just have it come straight from the soul. That's what I wanted it to be. When I recorded that song, and I have to tell you, and I have to be very, very honest with you, I thought and felt like I absolutely dropped the ball when it came to recording that song. I felt like, well, I was very afraid. I was very afraid that after writing it and singing it and having rehearsed it tons of times, I couldn't bring myself to recording it because I was very, very afraid of not doing justice to the song. And at that time, I was planning on, we're going to go back, we're going to polish it, we're going to refine it, we're going to make it blah, 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 blah. I was so afraid of dropping the ball. So much afraid that it was the last song I recorded on the entire album. It was done in one take. The acoustic guitar was done. I hit record at the beginning. I played through to the end. I stopped. The vocals were the same way. Hit record at the very beginning, sing the vocals all the way through. At the end, stopped. It's like a 7.5-minute song. One take. Did it. And I think I went back and I redid vocal lines, but I didn't want to cut. I didn't want to cut here, skip here. Okay, we're going to record this bit. We're going to go back, do this bit. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be start to finish. And if I was tired at the end of the song, that's okay. I wanted to reflect on the song. If I was exhausted at the end of the song, I wanted to reflect my voice. If my fingers were sore from playing guitar at the end of the song, that's okay. I wanted my chords to reflect that. I wanted it to not sound... I didn't want it to be a complete chord. Or if, ow, oh, my finger hurts, that's okay. That's what it is. Because the weight of the meaning of the song in itself meant that much to me, that I wanted the feeling and the emotion in the song to reflect on the way that I actually sang the song, in the way that I actually played the song. I get emotional about it. It doesn't take very much for me to get emotional about this one. It speaks lengths to me to be able to keep my integrity together. Forgive me. To keep my integrity together, to be steadfast in what I know and steadfast in what I believe, and not to stoop to some level of society, and not stoop to the standards of those that are lower. I didn't want Rebel to be a song about someone who tries to overthrow what's good and what's decent and wholesome and the peace that we experience as a society. I wanted Rebel to be a song about the people who push for peace and push for integrity and push for what's right and to push for what's just in a society that says they'll accept anything less than that. That's what Rebel means to me. And when you listen to that song and you hear the strain in my voice, and let me tell you, when I play it live now, it hurts at the end. I'm glad. One of the things I was very, very afraid of and very conscious of in recording this album was when I do it live, I want it to do justice to what was done on the album. So even though in some of the recordings, the message that's being reflected is being done, refined, edited. When I'm done playing a song live, you know that it hurts. And you know that it was hard. And I think to a degree, that's what helps drive that message home. More so on Rebel than any other song. There's a bridge in Rebel. And the lyrics of that bridge, and if they say how far you fell, holding on we fought the spell. Images, pictures, and idols alike, we were diamonds in the night. When you get to this level and you're not willing to stoop anymore, you're not willing to back down anymore, you're not willing to be less than anymore. And when people ask you to step down or step back or get off or whatever, and you don't do that, and they accuse you of, oh, look at them, look at their life, they've taken a fall, man, they're really in question, man, they've really dropped the ball, man, don't you buy that. We are the few. especially in these times, society is interesting. Look at the news. Look what's happening. Look what people are talking about. Everyone has a belief system. I respect that. In fact, I love people for that. Did you know that we can have beliefs that are different, and that doesn't make me love you any less? Or treat you any less than a human being should be treated? We can be more than what society asks for. We can be more than what people ask us to be. I'm so thankful for that, and I'm so thankful for people who know who they are, who have found their identity, who have found their security in themselves. Rebel is about being steadfast and holding to your guns when you know you're right and you know you're just in what you're doing. Even when you're being asked to be lesser than. Whether it's at home, wherever you are, no matter who they are. Do what you know is right. And if you do come across someone who is doing something in your eyes that's considered wrong, that's okay. That's where they are. You don't have to treat them any less than a human being, though. Should that be reciprocated? Should they treat you like a human being even though you don't have the same view as they do? Yes, they should. But you know what? We take the high road. We go here. They want you here, we go here. They want you to carry their armor 1 mile, you carry it 2 miles. That's what rebel means to me. I'm Zechariah Hauch. Thanks for stopping by. I love you guys. I want to hear from you. My email is below. I want to know what kind of content you want me to be putting up on this channel. On Friday, we're going to be talking a little bit about things that I'm going to be talking about later on in this channel, as well as, just like I'm doing now, I'm going to be making a request that you send me stuff that you want to see, or that you want to hear about or learn about. And whether or not you're the only one who watches this channel, if you have friends, if you have people in your life that have questions in regards to this industry, in regards to the writing, in regards to the producing, the editing, the musicianship, the guitar, the piano, whatever it is, they can ask. I think that when you have skills and you have understanding and you've been there and you do it, I think you're obligated to teach. You're obligated to share the wisdom, because one little tidbit, if you take one little tiny thing away, it was worth it. And for those people who take all this away, it was worth it. That being said, my email will be in the comments below, in the description rather. And if you haven't checked out Rebel on iTunes, check out Rebel on iTunes. Zechariah Hauch. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later.